Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling one of the most talked about and misunderstood topics when it comes to ultra-low-carb diets like keto and carnivore, namely cholesterol. You've probably heard people say, "Won't all that fat clog your arteries?" Or, "Eating all that meat will skyrocket your cholesterol." But what does the science really say? Well, today we're going to break down the myths and facts about cholesterol on these diets and talk about how it actually impacts your heart health. So, let's dive right in. First things first, let's clear up a common misconception. Cholesterol isn't all bad. In fact, it's essential for your body. Cholesterol helps build cell membranes, produce hormones like testosterone and estrogen, and even make vitamin D. So, the idea that cholesterol itself is a villain? That's a myth we need to debunk right away. Now, many people worry about their LDL, or bad cholesterol, going up on the keto or carnivore diet because of the higher intake of saturated fats. But here's the thing, not all LDL is created equal. Recent research shows that the type of LDL matters more than the amount. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association in 2017 revealed that small, dense LDL particles are the ones linked to heart disease, not the large, fluffy ones. And guess what? On low-carb diets, even if your LDL goes up slightly, it's often the large, fluffy particles that increase, not the harmful, small, dense ones. That's actually a good thing. Now, let's talk about HDL cholesterol, the good kind. HDL helps remove cholesterol from your arteries and carries it back to your liver, where it can be processed and eliminated. And here's where the keto and carnivore diets really shine. They've been shown to raise HDL levels significantly. A 2020 study in the journal Nutrients found that people following a ketogenic diet saw a marked increase in HDL cholesterol, which is fantastic for heart health. So, while your total cholesterol number might go up a little, your ratio of LDL to HDL actually improves, which is what really matters when it comes to assessing your heart disease risk. But wait, what about saturated fat? Isn't that supposed to be terrible for your heart? Well, not exactly. A lot of what we know about saturated fat and heart disease comes from outdated studies. More recent research, like a 2014 meta-analysis published in the Annals of Internal Medicine, found no significant link between saturated fat intake and heart disease. That's right. Eating foods rich in saturated fat like eggs, butter, and meat doesn't automatically translate to clogged arteries. In fact, the same study pointed out that other factors, like the type of carbohydrates you eat and your triglyceride levels, which is the amount of fat in your blood, may play a much bigger role in heart disease risk than saturated fat ever will. Speaking of triglycerides, let's talk about those. High triglyceride levels are a strong predictor of heart disease. But guess what? Low-carb diets like keto and carnivore can drastically reduce triglycerides. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that participants on a low-carb diet saw a massive drop in triglyceride levels, sometimes by as much as 50%. That's a huge win for heart health. So, while people often worry about cholesterol going up on these diets, the fact that your triglycerides are going down and your HDL is going up paints a much clearer and healthier picture. Now, let's quickly debunk a couple of other common cholesterol myths related to keto and carnivore diets. Myth number 1, high cholesterol always means a higher risk of heart disease. Fact, it's more about the type of cholesterol and your overall metabolic health. If your HDL is high and your triglycerides are low, even a slight increase in LDL isn't necessarily a bad thing. Myth number 2, you should be worried about eating too many eggs because of the cholesterol. Fact, research consistently shows that dietary cholesterol, like the kind you get from eggs, doesn't significantly raise blood cholesterol levels for most people. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2016 confirmed this. So, enjoy your eggs. They're packed with protein, vitamins, and healthy fats, and they won't mess with your cholesterol levels like you might have been told. To sum it all up, if you're on the keto or carnivore diet and someone tells you to worry about your cholesterol, here's what you can tell them. LDL cholesterol might go up a bit, but it's usually the large, fluffy kind that's not linked to heart disease. HDL, your good cholesterol, will likely go up, and triglycerides will plummet, both of which are great for your heart. Saturated fat doesn't deserve the bad rap it's gotten for decades. Recent studies show it's not a major driver of heart disease. And finally, don't be afraid of eating cholesterol-rich foods like eggs, because they don't have the harmful effect on your blood cholesterol that we once thought. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more tips on healthy eating and the latest nutrition science. Keep living your healthiest life, and I'll see you in the next video.